This is Get Off My Lawn Live. Join us as we talk trending topics, world and local issues, and the conversations that we need to talk about as people. Get Off My Lawn Live is a Nighthawk Network presentation. Hey, what's going on, good people? E. Beasy in the building, Eric Buckner. And it is time once again for my podcast known as Get Off My Lawn Live. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody is well wherever you may be, whatever city, locale, state, or country, as we is worldwide up in this piece. And we are ready to talk to you guys today. We got started a little late today. Started at 8 instead of 7. Hopefully we won't run too far over because I do want to catch Edition T this evening. Shout out to Big Meech and the crew. Definitely want to come see you guys and see what y'all got cracking today. But in the meanwhile, we're going to do the show. Shout out also to my people here on Bigo and on the other platforms. How's it going, everybody? Had a good Sunday, had a good weekend, had a good week. I hope so. I truly do. But in the meanwhile, people, here's what's about to transpire. We're about to take that quick as a commercial break, so we have time to share the live with other folks. You can share the live over here on Bigo, share the live over here on Facebook, and let everybody know the YouTube page and all of that. And when we come back, we're going to get straight into it. Grab bag edition. As you see, the grab bag is ready. That Crown Royal bag that I use for the grab bag edition, where I put several numbers in here, and the numbers go to a topic that I got here on my paper, and then we will discuss that topic for about 10 minutes or less. That's pretty much how we do the grab bag edition. So we will do that right after this commercials from these fine folks here in the Nighthawk Network. We're going to promote this young lady right here, Dr. Marla Facey. What up, cuz? All right, guys, we are back. Get Off My Lawn Live in full effect. Eric Buckner here to talk to you guys this evening on the podcast. This week's episode is the grab bag edition. So without further ado, we're about to get into it. This is the grab bag. I put several numbers in here. I mix them on up with my big old hand. I pull one of them out, and based on whatever number I pull out, that is what we're going to discuss on my paper. Thank you, Princess Laura, for the gifts here on Bigo. Appreciate you. And we went with number one. We got number one. So topic number one is, how's your mental? Plain and simply, how's your mental condition? How you making out right now? Between the pandemic and your finances and your family, the kids, the job, between all those things, how are you doing mentally? We should ask not only ourselves that from time to time, but we need to ask our loved ones too. Are you feeling okay? Is you all right? You need to talk. You need someone to talk to. Getting over COVID, yeah, that's not a good thing. That definitely will affect with not only your mental but your physical. So yeah, definitely you want to kind of take stock once you get a little better situated. But I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you will be feeling better soon. And again, people, every week there's someone I know that's been going through COVID. Still a thing, y'all. You know that's one of the subjects. You already know that's in the bag somewhere. But yes, earlier this week actually, I had a situation. My mental wasn't doing so good. Had a couple days where I was kind of going through it, y'all. Wasn't feeling right. Mine was not quite where it needed to be. Was concerned about my finances a little too much, my weight, all that good stuff. Really started weighing on me. Didn't sleep good that night. So yeah, had some problems. Dealt with it though. Sometimes you have to take that time out and say, hey, we ain't good. Did you get it back right? I did. I did. Thank you, Miss Millions, for asking. I just took a personal day to myself to kind of get back in the right frame of mind, get back focused. Remember that certain things you can deal with in due time, and some things you just have to kind of ride the wave. Life is like that sometimes. And sometimes people need to hear that message, not only from their inner self, but from other folks. So it's okay if you are not doing well mentally, if you're having an issue, if you are feeling kind of down and whatnot, it's okay to kind of step back, take a time out, say to somebody, yeah, I kind of need to talk for a minute. Can we talk? Can we work some stuff out? I'm kind of not doing good. And if it's something that you need some professional help for, nothing wrong in that. Particularly people that look like myself or chocolatey and whatnot, we tend to look at mental health in ways that, yeah, you got to go talk to the people. You crazy. Something wrong with you. No, that's not it at all. We have to stop looking like and thinking like that in regards to mental health. Sometimes we just are not able to cope and we need a little help. That's it. And that's what those people are for. So whether you find someone who looks like you as well to talk to or just somebody in general, make sure that if you need that help, seek that help out. It really did help the day I came on the Bigo and talked about it with you guys. Felt a lot better after that. And a couple people have checked on me since then. But I'm here to tell you I'm better. Some stuff is still working out, but I'm definitely better. So yeah, subject one, down. All right, one down, 8 to go, people. All right, we mixing. We back in the bag, baby. We back in the bag. Thank you, Miss Millions. All right, and we have now pulled out number 8. All right, number 8 on the list is back to the movies. Are we back to the movies yet, y'all? In other words, are you out there? Are you attending movies on a regular basis now? Are you going to the movies? Every time I bring myself to want to go, I just can't bring myself to go. It's kind of in my head a little bit, y'all. The whole thing. Keep in mind, one of the first outbreaks here in Michigan, when they tracked down where it was from the movie theaters. The movie theaters, couple particular movie houses in general, full of COVID. And as a result, a lot of people that was in one particular movie, I forget which one, they basically had several people that were in that movie pop up with COVID at the time. So that's always in the back of my head at this point when going to the movies. I'll be sitting there, and I know first time I hear somebody, I'm gonna be like, where they at? They got a mask on. How close are they to me? Where my hand sanitizer? Yeah, it made me a little crazy at this point. Keep in mind, I still go to work every day. I still go to the store and all of that. Granted, when I go, I'm masked up, and in some places, so is everybody else. But in other places, I got my mask on. They looking at me like I'm crazy, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't want it. I don't want it. But yeah, basically that is it. And then the other thing actually is, ain't been a lot of good movies. I gotta be honest, because remember, even though I have not been to the movie, don't mean I ain't watched the movies. I really do like the fact that a lot of the movies you can catch on the streaming platforms now, so that you ain't necessarily gotta go. So that being said, A lot of these movies that came out this year, boo boo, stinky, not good, trashola. Why they make that? All of that good stuff. Now, a few of them I have lots. And perhaps sometime at the end of the year we'll kind of break down the movies of the year. I don't watch TV. That's interesting. But I think that's a habit actually several people have adapted now. Keep in mind, for me, that's crazy talk. No watch TV? There's always a TV on in this house at all times. In different rooms, so I can go and watch different rooms and different stuff on different TVs. Gotta have my TV. Shorty, thanks for checking in. Appreciate you. But yeah, y'all, the movies this year, they need some work. We didn't have a lot of good ones. I don't know if that's by design, that they kind of holding back some of the good movies until we really get better settled, or if that's because in the end, they weren't able to make the movies the way they needed to because of COVID protocols and what have you, or they just not doing good jobs with movies lately. I don't know what the case may be, but all I know is most of these movies, they ain't even worth going to the movies for. Now they got some coming out that I definitely want to see. That Spider-Man movie come out in December. I got to see that at the movies. So between now and then, I got to get over it. But then, of course, we do have that option, y'all. The option known as the drive-in. Anybody been to the drive-in? Do they have drive-ins where you are? I know in a lot of places they don't have drive-in option. We do. We have one of the oldest drive-ins in America still operating here in Michigan. And they do good business. It is usually packed whenever you go. So maybe, just maybe, I might go check out a movie there sometime soon. But right now, the movie house, I can't do it. I can't do it. So anyway, that is that subject. Okay, we got a comment here. Hold on, comment section. What up, though, Pride? Pride Hunter checking in. Good to see you, my brother. Double Dex checking in here. Shout out to Shorty Got the Peach. What up, Shorty? Good to see you, my sister. Okay, so that is that subject. All right, y'all. 2 down, 7 to go. What we got? Digging in the bag, baby. And we are pulling out number 7. Okay, what's number 7? Number 7 is, okay, this is my question to you guys. What should I research next? Now, you guys know I'm constantly researching all types of subjects because I have to have content. I cannot claim to be a content creator if I'm not able to come up with content to talk about. That's why we do things like the Grab Dab Edition. Sometimes I only got bits and pieces of information, and this is the best way to go about it. And sometimes I want to start on the research, but don't know if I should finish up. Fidelity Rays, love yourself. What's going on? But yeah, my question to you all, what should I research next? Do you have anything you're curious about and you want to get some more information about? Do you have anything that I have talked about previously that you want a bit more information about? Is there something that you feel like I need to know, and as a result, you want me to research it? What would you like for me to research? I'm seeing nothing popping up on the screen at the moment, so I will talk about a few things I'm thinking about looking into. One, I definitely need to know a better history of my city. I do want to know more about Detroit. So I definitely will be doing more research in regards to that. I'm looking to go to the library sometime next month or two, sit down with some microfiche and some old history books of Detroit and really, really learn some stuff about Detroit. And then do a whole full report, maybe do a whole broadcast just about my city one day. So that is one thing. Two, I kind of want to gain a better understanding of certain wildlife, particularly those that congregate in cities. I want to learn more information about raccoons and possums and deer and stuff, and why they tend to at sometimes gravitate in their own environment, but at other times come to us and smirk with us. I want to look into that. I want to do more research about the oceans. I kind of want to gain a better understanding of that, particularly as to why we spend so much of our money researching space when we don't spend as much money researching the earth that we actually live on. There's all type of stuff going on deep in them oceans. I want to know more about it. Or if there's something that we should know. Because you know they like to hold stuff from us sometimes. Maybe there's that. So yeah, that's some of the things I want to research. So yeah, if you go back later on and you catch this on the rebroadcast, let me know. All right, process. Look up skunks and bees. I have a skunk digging up my lawn, and now bees are trying to build a nest in my shrubs. Okay, well I can tell you, as far as the shrubs go and the bees, my advice based on something someone told me, you want to get some peppermint spray. You're going to get the peppermint spray and spray the shrubs. For some reason, bees don't tend to like peppermint. Why that is, I do not know. As far as the skunks go, skunks usually come out and about more so during the times they are looking to mate. So remember, there's only the female skunks that have the stinky, okay? Only the female skunks stinky. So if you're having more female skunks come out and you smelling that smell, that means they trying to get on, baby. And where there's female skunks, there are male skunks. And the thing is, if they are looking to mate, that means soon there will be baby skunks. So as far as what to do about them, that's some of the stuff I need to look up. So there you have it, Pride. We will be looking up research on skunks. All right, I'm with that. Anybody over here in the Bigo you got anything for me to look up? If so, let me know. If not, then hey, hey. But yep, I see nothing. So we're gonna move on, people. That is now what, 3 out of the 9? We making a pretty good pace here. We should make it to 9 and keep it up like this. All right. Digging in the bag, the Crown Royal bag. Hold on before I move on. I have tried mothballs so far and it worked temporarily. Mothballs, not so much. You know, they say to use that for certain animals. They're not particularly bothered by those mothballs as much as I think they get used to certain things. And I think mothballs may be one of them. So there's that. But okay, let's move on. We're digging in the Crown Royal bag and we pulled out number 6. All right, number 6. Number 6 on my list is fall and winter favorites. What are some of your fall and winter favorites? Some of the things you like to do, like to watch, like to purchase, like to eat, all those good things. First of all, in the fall, I like to wear some of my darker colors. Now, granted, you know, in the summertime, you'll see me in my black a lot and my blue, but, you know, I also like to wear my browns. Definitely like brown clothing in the fall to kind of match the leaves and whatnot. I like my dark reds and on rare occasion, you'll see me in something orange, maybe. But for the most part, I like that. I definitely like to wear my sweaters. Enjoy the sweaters very much. I like to wear my hoodies as well. So I like that about the fall and the winter time. I like to watch the leaves and the colors of the trees, but of course don't like having to deal with the cleanup. All that raking and sweeping and whatnot, not so much, but I do enjoy them. Definitely like to get my apple cider on, y'all. Love me some good apple cider. Got to be good apple cider though. Bad apple cider is disgusting. Now, back in the day when I was drinking, there's apple wine and cherry wine that specifically came out this time of year here in the state because I don't do those things no more, not so much. But yeah, I definitely like me a good slice of apple pie, and in the fall I like to make bread pudding. And actually, one of the things I'm looking to do in the fall and winter months is help my little cooking game a little bit. So I have bought this awesome cookbook. And keep in mind, you can find cookbooks from somewhere anywhere, particularly Walmart and Target. But I actually got this one from Five Below. So for $4.99, I got this one entitled Southern Living Soups, Stews, and Chilies. Because I want to make some awesome soups, stews, and chilies. Look at this, man. For example, you see that? Shrimp and sausage gumbo. Yes, sir. So yeah, I'm definitely looking to dig into this book, find some winners, make them, and then of course, if they come out well, offer them up for sale. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like to get my cater on. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. Of course, I want to catch up on my reading. I had committed to reading several books and finishing them this year. That is still not about to happen. But in the winter months, I tend to be less active outside because I hate the cold. So I will get not my little set of books here, but some actual real books and finish up on them. Hell, I got about 5 credits for my Kindle, another 4 5 credits for my Audible that I ain't even used to buy nothing with. I got about 30, 40 books on each one of them I ain't even read yet. So I at least want to start to dig into some of that. So that is some of my favorite fall and winter things to do. What about you guys? Are you there? Do you hear me? Is you working with me? Is we in the building? Let me know what you think in regards to that. What's some of your favorite fall and winter things to do, to have done, to get in, to eat, all that good stuff. I love chili, man. Fall, winter time, the best time to get some good quality chili. So I at least want to learn to make a good 6 or 7 of these chilies in this book. Absolutely. You know, I enjoy some chicken chili, but I've never really made one. So I'm gonna work on that. I mean, basically, you put pretty much any type of meat in the chili, really. I even think I might go with a meatless option. You know, keep telling me to try that jackfruit. That jackfruit kind of like meat. So maybe I will go with a vegan chili at some point. But yeah, that, and I like my oatmeal, like my cream of wheat. You know what I'm saying? Hate the snow though. Hate it. Hate it. Really, really hate it. Hate the real cold days where you got to get this overcoat on top of sweater, on top of shirt, on top of long johns. Yeah, when it get that cold, not so much. But yeah, I've come to enjoy certain things about the fall and winter. Those are some of those things. So okay, people, the 23 minute scene. We done did 4 of the 9. All right. So back in the bag, baby. Back in the bag. What we got? What we got, people? What we got? What we got? We now have number 9. Number 9. Number 9. We want you. What do you mean? What do you mean, E? We want you. We want you to start to come on through so we can have you on the show. Definitely, if you are a person of interest that has something going entrepreneur wise or book wise, music wise, all those types of things. We want to talk to you. We want to have you on the broadcast. We want to discuss with you. Hello. Easy. This must be Coach V. What's going on, Coach V? How's it going, my brother? Hopefully everything's going good with you. Hold on, y'all, as I attempt to verify that that is my boy, Coach V. You know, we got this broadcasting on several things. So, no, actually, it is not. It is Hugh, my brother Hugh. What up, Hugh? What's going on? What's going on? And this is TC. Hey, TC, thanks for checking in, y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on through. Tom Caulfield also in the building. What's going on, Tom? Glad you was able to check out the show, my man. But yeah, people, we want you on the show. If you are a person that has some interesting topics to discuss, an interesting point of view, if you are a person that's looking to basically put yourself out there in terms of your products or your goods or abilities, those types of things, we want to have you on the show so we can talk to you, get you out there, let people know what you got going on, and spread the word. That is part of what the Nighthawk Network is here for other people to get to know you, you know them, and they can help you and you can help them. And it's a wonderful, beautiful thing. So if you are looking to do that, by all means, my friends, you can contact me on my Instagram, which is EricHawk45. You can hit me on the DM there. You can hit me here on Eric Buckner and the Messenger. You can also hit me on my business email address, which is Nighthawk Network 313 at gmail.com. That's Night H Network 313 at gmail.com. Hit me there. Let's kick it. Let's see what we can talk about. Let's see when we can have you on the show. We definitely want to talk to you. We are definitely doing the show till the end of the year. That last couple weeks, we will be taking off because it's the end of the year and it's the holidays. And I'd rather y'all spend more time with your families and whatnot Not worry about my new podcast. Fierce One checking in. Speaking of people who have been on the show, shout out to Fierce One. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Gotta have you back on the show again at some point, my friend. But yes, so we want you on the show. We want to hear from you, whether you come from the world of Vigo or from the tube or from real life, as I've met several people since I've been back out and about. Want to talk to you guys, want to have you on the show. Let's talk about some stuff, shall we? So hit me up and contact me. Let's see what we can get into. I'm good, Fierce One. Thanks for asking. As she's checking in on the Vigo. All right, let's see. That is now what, 4? 1, 2, 3. All right, we getting there, y'all. We getting there. This might be an early show at this rate. Not much commentary. I got me talking. You got anything to say about anything I've said? Feel free to just chime on in. All right, we now on number 3. Number 3 on this list is okay. Here is my idea, people. Nothing new, and there are partial things that are similar, but I want to break it down. I would like for there to be a new streaming platform, one where we can find all of the old school television, okay? Now remember, yes, some of these places have these shows already. We know about Hulu and Netflix and Tubi and Disney Plus and the like. They have some of the shows based on shows that they have ownership of. Thank you, Fierce. Appreciate you for the lottery there. But I actually want just one streaming network that does nothing but have old TV shows. Basically anywhere from 2000 on back. And when I say, I'm talking about back to the beginning. I'm talking about back to the early Andy Griffin, back to the early Merv Griffin, back to when they basically did radio / TV in the 50s. I want to see some of that stuff. I want to see the one-hit wonders. That could be one category. One-hit wonder, in other words, shows that were on for like maybe a few episodes. Shows that you never knew existed because if you did not live during that time, you did not know that that was what was up. I want a network completely for old school television. Not talking about like TV Land or something like that. I'm talking about like a whole streaming platform. And it should not cost as much as the other ones because we're talking about older stuff. Now, I want them to concentrate on no new shows or none of that. Only show the old school. In fact, I wouldn't even mind if they had a platform where they show all the old school videos as well. Only the old stuff, not the new stuff, only the old stuff. That is my idea. If you can make it happen, make it happen. I'd love it. If not, and you're just good with how they do it now, or just watching some of the shows on the Decades or MeTV or some of those other stations, not quite the same. I want one where we can find all of them, not just certain ones, all of them. That is my idea. I came up with it late at night a couple weeks ago, said I was going to talk about it. So there is that. All right, people. We are halfway through. So what we're going to do is take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to finish up the bag and should be done in time to catch Dish and Tea this evening. So hold on. Speaking of Dish and Tea, let me show you that commercial. That one right there.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
What up, people? We are back. Get off my lawn live. EBZ in the building. Shout out to that store known as Five Below. They sell that quality books for the low price. You find some hidden treasures in there sometimes. That's where I found that cookbook. Make sure you go there and check it out one day. But anyway, we are back to the show. We are doing the grab bag edition. Before we do that, let's hit a couple of these comments. Yo, did you see that they had a scene reunion downtown in Detroit a couple of weeks ago and streamed it on Facebook? Yes, I did actually see that. I also saw when they interviewed Nat Morris, Mr. Geek himself. Quick little interesting tidbit. At once upon a time, I was attempting to be an intern for Mr. Nat Morris. Did not work out. They picked somebody else, but I at least got to meet the man. He cool people. He is cool people. Another comment. Antenna Channel has old school shows. Yeah, there are several show. You know, like I said, there's several channels that do stuff like that, role. But I want one where you can find most of the old school stuff. Like not just one that shows like maybe the 5 or 6 shows that they show and they kind of switch it up in the summertime, or basically do like little marathons like they do on MeTV. I want one where you basically can go on there like Netflix, like okay, here's all the episodes of Family Ties or Merv Griffin show or the Arsenio Hall show, stuff like that. I want one all in one central location. Because there are people like myself. If they had such a stage, I'd probably be one of the main things. I would probably get rid of a couple of my streaming platforms just to watch that. That's how much I enjoy my old school TV. So that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, folks, Miss Million's back in the building. OG Chino in the house. What's going on, y'all? We are moving on with the show. Where the bag? Where the bag? Family Ties is on Pluto. Yes, it is. It's also on Hulu, I do believe. They have it's either no, actually I think it's on Netflix now. All the episodes of Family Ties. There's certain ones you can definitely find if you dig around enough, bro. But I want them all in one place. Will Muhammad checking in. What up, bro? What's going on? Thanks for checking into the Brad Bag Edition. Appreciate it. We are now digging in the bag. And we are coming out with blank. Once we had no blank was in there. Will says he is chilling. Good to hear from you, sir. All right, back in the bag we go again. We got number 5 this time. All right, number 5. Subject 5 is basically more of a statement followed by a small rant. But here it goes. Slow the down, people. Slow the down. Why on earth is so many people in such a hurry these days? When you drive pretty much on an everyday basis, as I have to, for work and what have you, every day now it seems to be one incident where either I've seen an accident or almost been in an accident from people just going way too fast. What up, Philly? I see you, Pete. What's going on? I mean, just entirely too fast. People, when you see that sign that says speed limit and it puts a number down there, that's not a suggestion. That's based on what they have determined is a wise rate of speed for the place you are in. When it says 25, you should not be going 50. When it says 40, you should not be going 75. I had somebody actually tell me they are upset that they're putting in all the speed bumps here on the residential streets. Why they need all the speed bumps? I need to be able to go. No, you don't. You do not need to be able to go fast. I'm not trying to see nobody get hit because you flying down the side street and now the kid that put the ball in the street went to go get the ball and before he had a chance to even react good, he already hit and flying down the street. These things happen. They don't always report everything in the news, okay? Sometimes there's so much stuff, it don't be enough time to report it. But yes, I swear, especially on Friday. What is it about Friday, y'all, that where y'all just can't wait to get to work? You just can't wait to get home? I mean, it's different if y'all just going a little bit faster than me. But I'm literally on the freeway doing about 70. give or take a few. And at least 5 people went flying past me today, okay? Flying past me. That means you're doing a good 85, 95, 100. For what? It's Sunday. Where on earth are you speeding off to at 1 in the afternoon? Are you that big a Lions fan where you need to go see the game right now? You better turn that mug on the radio. Quit playing. But yes, we have one of the worst driving records in the country. That's why we have some of the highest insurance in the country. Because we Detroiters drive crazy. I actually had somebody who was from Chicago tell me the other day, oh, Chicago straight, it's y'all in Detroit that drive crazy. And I've driven in Chicago. They too drive crazy. So for him to say that is crazy. Thank you, Fierce. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, y'all, we gotta do something about that, okay? Because I promise you, if I get in an accident and I can walk out that boy and you don't run from me and you cause the accident, I'm going to limp up out that car and it's going to be trouble. Thank you, Fierce. Appreciate it. I will see you soon as well. Atlanta is the worst. And keep in mind, yeah, Atlanta probably is because a lot of the transplants from here, Chicago, LA, Texas, where all the crazy drivers are driving, are now going down there, messing it up for them. That's why they starting to have that issue. There's this whole big thing with Atlanta. I'm sure Meech and them could speak on that, where the people that are from there are starting to have issues with people that are transported to there, who have chosen to live there, and they messing it up for everybody. It's crazy. But you also have to remember, though, that's part of why your state is blue right now, because of all the transplants. We left it down to the native Georgians. I'm pretty sure we'd be talking about the orange dude right now, because he would be the president. Let's move on. All right, bag. Where's the bag? Where's the bag? All right, people. What's up, JJ? What's up, James? All right, yeah, the bag getting real light, y'all. In fact, we got just 2 topics left. Bro, they've been that way since the early 90s. Yeah, about the Atlanta stuff. True. It's just more so now, Will, I believe. But yeah, I imagine so. But okay, we got topic 2 and topic 4. Let me think. Well, the 4 is blowing over here in the fan, so I guess that means talk about me first. So number 4, topic 4, my friend, is, oh, that's right on time, local election season. People, I need you to understand something. It's 2021. Are we voting for Senate? No. Are we voting for House of Representatives? No. A couple places they are, but for the most part, no. Are we voting for the president? No. But understand, we are voting for something more important in a lot of places. We are voting for our council people. We are voting for our mayor. And we are voting for ordinances that involve our cities, states, and municipalities, okay? Have we not learned nothing from these last 4 years? Remember when it all started with COVID, said president was like, well, I'm just going to leave it to you guys. What y'all want to do? States, what you want to do? Cities, what you want to do? Y'all do y'all, we'll back you up. Remember that? And some cities said, okay, if that's the case, sir, we shutting it down. We shutting it all down. Nothing. Everybody stay in the house. Other places said, well, it ain't that bad. I believe what they saying. It's just like the flu. Leave it open. Just shut down this and this. Just do it for a couple of weeks. We'll be all right. How did you like that? Some people, they was cool with what was said. Other people, not so much. Some people said, okay, our governor, he ain't that bad. We'll keep him. Some people say, our governor, she on some mess. We're going to try to shoot her. Remember all that? Well, your time is coming some of these places if you do not like your governor. Some of them are running for office right now. It's time to get off your butt and get the vote on. You do not like what's going on in your city and how they dealing with certain things. You don't like some of these council people because they're getting arrested and going to jail for corruption. trying to get their butt up out of there. Find some new folks. Some people that will hopefully deal with it better. Some people that hopefully won't listen to the 1%ers and say, hey, I don't want your dirty money. I'm doing the will of the people. Granted, they're probably not going to last long because they probably going to get set up. That's my personal opinion. Before I go there, remember, y'all, sometimes I say some things you may not want to hear or don't like, but here's what I think about that. Play that little clip, E-Beezy.
The views and opinions expressed here on Get Off My Lawn Live are those of the host or his guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the Nighthawk Network or its associates. Viewer and listening discretion is advised.
Yeah, that part right there. So that's my opinion. You like it, cool. If you don't like it, I understand. We are here for all opinions, good, bad, and otherwise. We ain't tripping. All right, Mr. Muhammad, man, this system not made for us. When y'all gonna realize that for real? And right on cue, my brother. We agree to disagree about certain things. We agree very much on other things. Most definitely like the fact that you are a person that thinks about the things that's going on in a way that is different than us. But you do your thinking and you do your research, Mr. Muhammad. I do appreciate that. But right now, even though the system is not made for us, which is partially true, we still got to contend with it. The rules and regulations of said American society does affect us in some way, shape, or form every single day. We can't just come through this boy like the Wild Wild West and be anarchic and do what the hell we want to do. Some people would like for it to be like that, but that is not the case. And part of why that's not the case because they have set up laws and things that they have implemented that affects our everyday life. So because of that, we want to have some say so, right? They tell us the best way to have some say so is to go to the ballot box and say, hey, I want this, I don't want that. Hey, I want that person in charge, I don't want that person in charge. So there is that thought processes. Road is saying a lot of politicians, other politicians with scandals and be having scandals of their own. Absolutely. They doing what the hell they want to do to us. Yeah, in some cases, that is sadly the case, my brother. Sadly the case. True and true. But my friends, like I said, we do have this opportunity with local elections to make some type of change, to help to promote some type of change, so that the next time it all comes up, we might actually have somebody stand up saying, look, I am the mayor of this city, and I don't give a blue smurf what you say. As the mayor of this city, this is how we doing. And if you don't like it, too smurfing bad. But keep in mind, just because I vote don't mean my person is going to win. Then, of course, there's that. But that being said, rather you have the opportunity to make a choice than to make no choice at all. Because when you make no choice at all, you are then stuck with the results of our actions. So in the end, you can't be the person complaining later on talking about, I ain't want them to do all that. They done took the weed away. We can't smoke weed legal no more. Well, you're the one that let them vote in the person that looked to unlegalize the weed. And now we back to where we started. In 2 of the 18 states where weed is legal, both recreationally and medically, they are trying to rescind the action, okay? They are trying to make it to where, no, we don't want weed no more. You gonna let them do that? You is if you don't vote. That's for sure. All right. Either way, you stuck. Sad but true. But then, maybe, just maybe, if we start paying attention more to these laws and things they are passing, these infrastructure bills and whatnot, because I'm sure somebody's saying, why is it $3.5 trillion? Well, if you were to look through the 2,000 plus pages, if you feel so inclined to do so, and when we talk about doing research stuff, they purposely count. If you ever go, because keep in mind, it's all a public record, and look at some of the bills on the books as to what's in them, and to actually read the language of said bill, extremely confusing. Some of the language. Understand, there's a reason why several people in Congress are former lawyers. A lot of legal, beagle, mumbo jumbo in a lot of those bills, which basically means like, okay, well, we're paying for this, but we're gonna take a little bit of this and pay for that. We're gonna take a little bit of this and pay for that. We're gonna take a little bit of this and it's gonna go somewhere. Let me put this in my pocket. We're gonna take, you see what I'm saying? And because it's all legal and binding, how they wrote it up, that's what's going on. Remember, y'all, remember? Somebody just won that lottery. Remember that? This week? Won that 600 million. You know, part of that is going to the taxes, right? Where's that tax money going? They say it's supposed to go to schools and education and stuff, right? But if we would have spent that much money on education, all this money from the Biden relief plan on education, and then the usual money we spend on education from the federal government and from the city government and from the state government, why our kids still ain't learning nothing? Why schools still suck? Why they in there sweating to death? Why is the power outages happening and they have no reliable generator? Can we explain any of that? And we got all this money we put into the schools based on the lotteries and whatnot? Or is that money going somewhere else? Just saying. I'm just saying. These are reasons why we should not only just vote, but start to pay better attention of what's going on in our government and whatnot. Don't just let them do what they want to do and don't say nothing. That's not good. All right, Pink Starlet, G-Love, what's going on? So anyway, local elections coming up. Take some time, do the research. Look up what you need to look up. Go to your city's website, your state's website, and see who is running for what. And go to their website and see what they're talking about. And make your own educated decision if you can. Or you can choose to say hell with it and not vote and deal with the consequences. Choice is yours, but I'm just saying make a choice. Make a choice. They lie to get your vote and have selective memory when it comes to delivering on their promises. In certain cases, in fact, I would say in most cases, that is the case. Remember when we did the show and we talked about what I wanted to see Biden do in the next 4 years? I'm going to pull that one back out soon. That little video I did, let's see how far we got in a year. There's a reason why his initial popularity rate was about 63%. After that first month, it's now down to about 40. That's about right. Clearly, he has worked on some of the things he talked about, but others, like having everybody work together with the government and the Republicans going to work with the Democrats, it's going to be a beautiful thing and all that. I ain't seen none of that yet. They fight more than ever. It's supposed to be causing less division. If anything, we more divided than before. It's sad. Biden is kind of looking the same exact way right now, which is why I couldn't get myself to vote for him. And I'm pretty sure in that case, prior, you probably didn't vote at all. And remember, even though more people voted in this election than any election in the history of the United States, we still had about 38% of people that did not vote at all for either him, her, independent, nobody. They voted for not a soul. Oh, you said you did vote. Okay. Oh, you said you voted for the other guy? Ah, interesting, Pride. Did not know that. Matters not, you lost. Nah, but seriously, we already knew when it all was said and done, we was going to be either here or here, and either way, we wasn't going to be overly happy. Oh, okay. You never said that either. Oh, you a trickster, Pride. Indeed, brother. Okay, we'll talk about it. But yes, folks, that leaves us with the last subject of the evening. Subject number 2, which is holiday. Let's talk holiday. For those of you who celebrate holiday, as you know, I look at Thanksgiving a little different. I celebrate it in my own way. We'll talk about that closer to that time. But you know, I do not celebrate the devil's holiday, which is Halloween. And I do not celebrate Christmas for reasons I've already talked about on the air before. But nonetheless, hey, Tay, what's going on? For those of you that do celebrate the holidays, my advice to you is simple. Buy your stuff right now. Right now? Right now? right now. Why buy it now? Supply and demand, people. Simple supply and demand. Understand, there are less people working in our factories. There are less There we go. Know why my microphone acted up on me. What up, Blue? But yeah, we got less people working. We got less goods on the shelves. We got less stuff in stock. And right now, they say there are thousands of ships all around our country that have not been processed. What does that mean? That means that they have been coming from China and Taiwan and Japan and Australia with all types of goods on them. But there is not enough people to process these stuff. So they are just sitting there in containers waiting to be processed and put out into wherever they need to be put to. So as a result, we got less stuff available. So now when you go to look for your food for Halloween, your candy, have you not noticed if you bought any candy yet, the candy is more expensive? Have you not noticed the costumes are more expensive? Have you not noticed the little titsues and all of that more expensive? That's because there's less of it. Problem one. Problem two, remember last year about this time, we had this little thing called the pandemic we was in. And a lot of people was like, well, no, we're not going to do Halloween this year. No, no parties. No, we don't need to buy that candy. No, no, no. Guess what? Those people that made all that stuff for you anyway, they lost out. Did not make as much money. They want that money back. You hear what I'm telling you? They want that money back. They want that money back. So yeah, there's two ways to get that money back. One, sell that stuff that they couldn't sell last year, if you can do that. Or two, the stuff for this year, make it more expensive to make up for what we didn't sell last year. So there is that. So the question of the day is, how bad do you want your Halloween? Do you want it $2, $3 more? You want it $5, $10 more? If that's the case, then go ahead buy it. But I suggest you buy it now. Don't wait till a couple weeks from now. Some of the prices gonna go up, y'all. The prices of everything's going to go up. Understand that. We are in an inflation state because of how everything has gone. Because even though we are open, we're not fully open. Because COVID is still an issue. Mr. Biden was correct when he did say the one thing. In order to get everything else situated, we first must control the virus. Have we controlled the virus, people? Not really. To a degree, maybe, but not really. So there's that. But then also, we go to Thanksgiving. Food. Have anybody bought stuff from the grocery store lately? Have you not seen the prices? The milk, the bread, the sugar, it all is costing more money than it did 90 days ago. The price of all this stuff has gone up, people, and will continue to go up, especially during the holidays, because they know certain things will be bought up. Don't be surprised when next month they tell you, we don't got that many turkeys in stock. That's why the turkeys cost 70, 80 bucks now. That's why ain't no big turkeys. We only got these little bitty boys. Don't be surprised when that happens. Don't be surprised they start to run out of crazy stuff like cranberry sauce and stovetop stuff and that type of stuff because not enough people making it in the factory. Don't be surprised when that happens. Don't be surprised when you go looking for that gravy bowl and all of that, and it's suddenly $10 more than when you saw it at Walmart last month. Supply and demand, people. Buy it now. Another thing, Christmas. You're going to have several problems with Christmas this year, okay? Problem one, if you are ordering online, understand most people this year will probably order their things online. Reason being, one, you don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle of the store, particularly in the midst of the pandemic, where everybody and their mama going to be in there, and most of them is all not wearing masks or whatnot. The numbers may go up at that point because of the winter. Between that season and flu season, it could get real ugly. Good. So there's that. Second thing is getting certain items out of the store. Not gonna happen because they're not gonna have it. They're gonna purposely say the only way you can get this is online. And guess what? They're gonna charge more for you to get it online. Road is saying, my supermarket gives turkeys and hams free, but you have to spend $400. And understand, if there's less supply and demand, Road, the turkey and ham giveaways will probably be less this year. There'll still be some places that do it, but not to the extent that they have in the past. And $400, hell, they need to give you a ham, a turkey, a whole bottle of water, box of wine, a few other things for that much. $400. I mean, now granted, I'm a single person living a single person's life, so $400 in groceries, that's a lot for me. But imagine a family of 4 or 5, you can spend $400 in the store. Kind of easy, but even still, that still sounds like a lot of money for groceries. But anyway, there is that much. Yeah, when you go to buy these things at the store, another thing, yeah, those hot items, when they start to report that, and keep in mind, they kind of steer you to the hot items. Have you noticed that? They start to have those little specials like, here's this year's must-have items. And now all of a sudden, you know, you was looking for the Cabbage Patch Kid, the American Girl doll, Tickle Me Elmo. It wasn't hot a month ago when they had a shelf full of them bad boys, but now suddenly it's hot. Did you ever think, didn't I see that 3-4 months ago? Wanted a whole shelf of that bad boy, and now all of a sudden it's the hot item. Did they try to trick me just to get me to buy this so they could clear this inventory? Did you ever think about that, people? Some of those hot buys be just that. Or it's one of those, okay, this ain't selling well. What can we do to get more people to buy it? Let's call it a hot buy. Let's say everybody and their mama's buying it. Make sure you get it. Do you ever verify that that's the case, that it's a hot buy? Or do you just go with that info and all of a sudden now you got to have it because your child got to have it? Remember, kids watch TV too, and they are far more influenced by what they see than we are. When they're showing all these commercials now for the new iPhone, some of us might be like, yeah, I need that, boy. But it's the kids that's looking at it like, oh, yeah, it's a 13 now? Oh, I got it to stinking 11. I need that new boy. I already know what I want for Christmas. I want that iPhone 13. Why, son? Why, daughter? Because it's the new one. And I got to have a new one so I can go to school and be like, hey, you got the iPhone 11? That's nice. I got that 13. I'm that deal. That part. But in the end, does the phone do maybe 4 or 5 different things that the 11 does? Maybe that. Maybe that. But in the end, if you got the 10, you got the 11. If you got the 11, you got the 12. You got 12, you got 13. It might be some different camera functions, a couple of extra buttons. That's it. They all about the same. Only difference is this one new and this one costs more than the old. That's it. But if you buy into that, so be it. You buy into the whole capitalistic move that is Christmas, and that is what you all about when Christmas comes. Let me give everybody they I was good all year award and buy this $500, $600 PlayStation with these $80 games and this $50 SIM card and all of that. If that's what you about, my advice to you, buy it now. Buy it now. This PlayStation been out all year, this PlayStation 5. Put it on everything I love. By the end of November, they'll be talking about they ain't got none. Ain't none to be found. The new game that go with it, can't nobody get that, boy. Yeah, they go on eBay talking about, I got one. I'll sell it to you for a couple G's. And you being, okay, well, we got to have it. Yeah, go ahead and box it up and send it to me. Sucker. Don't be a sucker. In the end, if you can't get it now and you feel like you got to get it later on, be prepared to pay more money. But in the ideal world, just don't buy it. Wait till after the holidays. Wait till next year. Wait till tax season. That's the crazy thing about it. We spend all this money on Christmas, end up broke, end up in the hole, and right when we get close to getting out of it, Here comes the tax money. And then you turn around and got to spend all that up right away. How many people you know that basically after 30 days, their tax money gone? And can tell you, I spent it on this, that, this, and that. That part. But nonetheless, people, that's what I got for this week. Grab bags empty and the conversations is over. Thank you guys for checking in. Appreciate you very much. We are now about to head out because Dish and T is on the air. I've seen the notification. And I want to see what's going on. Shout out to all my partners here in the Nighthawk Network before I dip out. Want to send a shout out to, hold on, Aunt Nikki and Dish and T and Stan Mason. We will be airing that tomorrow, by the way. Did not get a chance to do so. Shout out to the Girl Stop Podcast who has taken a little break. We'll talk about that soon. Pastor Sean Love is back, by the way. I will be posting his newest episode tomorrow as well. And then we are definitely doing the Get Off My Lawn Live After Dark edition this week. Very controversial issue I want to talk about. Definitely want to check that one out. Remember, adult mature audiences only for that one. And then, of course, we got other stuff coming up, including our show Game Time Audible with Hugh. Definitely got to talk about that Lions game today and some of the other stuff that went on, the fight last night, all that good stuff. So make sure you check all that out. Until then, my friends, this is your boy Eric Butler signing off. We will see you next time on next Sunday's version of Get Off My Lawn Live. Until then, we are out of here.